Hi class, today I'm going to talk about the 4 P's of market segmentation or customer segmentation. So basically when you're talking about marketing mix, so marketing mix simply means that targeting your customer or making some tactics in order to impress the customer so that he can buy your product. So that is nothing but marketing mix. So basically, when you see the definition, set of controllable tactical marketing tools, that is the 4 P's, that the firm blends to produce the response it wants in the target market. Target market in the sense it is a complete whole lot of a market or it is complete set of group of people. So the tactics which the organization puts in order to impress the customer so that the customer will tend to buy the product is only known as marketing mix. So basically, marketing mix revolves around the 4 P's. They are product, price, promotion, place. So what is the product is any product which is being developed that you think can be consumed by the customer or maybe to grab the attention of the customer or for the consumption of the customer is known as a product. So anything which is made in order to sell it in the market is basically a product. So once you develop a product, that means you must at least you must also decide the price for it. Why? Because you cannot give your product simply for free, right? So that is the reason deciding a particular price for that particular product is called as price. That means there are multiple factors which will influence price also. If there are two products which are there, for example, if you're talking about a milk packet, okay, there are milk packets maybe around 22 rupees and 25 rupees, right? But there is a difference between each of them. So the pricing factor changes based on the brand, based on the name of the product, something like that. So that is known as price. And the next one is called as promotion. Promotion is what do you call it as advertisement. So basically advertising your product into the market so that based on your advertisement the customer gets attracted to that particular product and he tends to buy it. So basically promotion plays a very important role, and that is the reason you see multiple movie actors coming across advertising multiple brands, multiple products so that maybe people tend to buy the product because of the famous person who's behind the product. And coming to the next one is place. So place I can say it is divided into two types. The first place is where the product is available and second place is where the product is serviceable. What do you mean by availability? If I want to buy an iPhone, I can buy an iPhone over here, right? Any mobile shop if I go, maximum I'll get one iPhone. But if I want to service the same iPhone in an authorized shop, that is Apple shop, I may not find Apple shops or Apple service centers everywhere around the corner. That means I have to see that the place comprises of the product along with the serviceable parts. Okay, serviceable in the sense if I have a repair with my product, I have to go to the service center. So you must see that the service available at the nearest locations for the customers so that once the customer is dissatisfied, he will never buy your product again. Once he is satisfied with the service you are providing, definitely he is going to come back to you again. So as you can see, the marketing mix, that is the product, promotion and price, the product, promotion, price and place are directly related to target market. Target market is the customers. Basically here target market is what our customers are. So we must know who are we targeting and who are our customers. And next, when you're talking about product in detail, here you can see anything that can be offered to a market for attention, acquisition or consumption that they may satisfy a want or a need. It includes physical objectives, that is services, persons, place organizations and ideas. So that is the definition of the product. Now here when you look at the product is divided into two types. The first one is called as consumer products and the second one is called as industrial products. So the consumer product is the one which an individual buys for his personal needs or for his family needs or daily needs. Okay, so there is a difference. So when a person buys something for his family, for his daily use, that is known as consumer products. For example, groceries, something like that which they buy for their home, right? And the next one you have is industrial products. What are industrial products? Industrial products are which are bought on a very large scale. For example, I have an MNC. I buy thousands of systems for my MNC, right? That is an industrial product, right? Or else I am a supermarket dealer. For example, I am the owner of Reliance Digital or Reliance Fresh. That means I will have bulks and bulks of groceries in my store. That is not only for my own consumption, right? That is for the whole lot of a consumption. So those types of products are called as industrial products. So the next one is classification of consumer products. So the consumer products can be classified into the following ways. The first one is convenience products. Convenience products matlab what are the products which you frequently buy? That means if I have to go buy a milk packet in the shop, I will not think for 10 times should I buy it or not, because there is a need. That is the reason I need that, right? So those type of products which you don't even think before buying, that kind of products are called as convenience products. For example, newspapers, groceries, soft drinks, or any such kind. And the next one you have is shopping products. Shopping products are some products which are not that frequently bought. That means you will not go and buy a computer or a laptop or a camera very frequently, right? Those are called as shopping products, or you can say them as luxury products, because not everyone is going to buy them. They are a specific set of people who are going to buy those kind of products. So you need to understand who are the set of people whom you can talk, what do you call, whom you can target when you are producing those kinds of products. And the next one you have is specialty products. This simply means your customized products. For example, your kitchen is there, you want to have a very good modular kitchen. That means coming to your home, seeing your kitchen, they will try to arrange everything according to your needs, your specifications, right? So they will try to understand what exactly user wants, and then based on whatever user requirement is there, then they will try to produce the output. So that is called as specialty products. So here the example is designer clothes, wedding dresses, diamonds, cars, etc. And there are cars also which can be customized based on your requirements. So all of these comes under specialty products or luxury products. And the next one we have is unsought products. So what are unsought products are? These type of products are not actually sold in the market. That means if I want to buy a milk packet, I can go to the shop, I can get, right? So they are sold in the market. But unsought products are the products which are not sold in the market. Sorry, not bought. They are sold but they are not bought. That means you give money and you buy it, right? So here not sought products means these are the products which you have to, which they will sell it to you and you have to buy. For example, life insurance. Life insurance is a thing that is readily available in the market, but it is up to you whether you're going to buy the product or not, right? So people will come to convince you till the end so that you buy the product. That type of product is called as unsought product. Okay. So the next one we have is levels of product. So in the levels of products we have product planners. So what are product planners? Product planners are basically the levels at each level